Representatives from the Iowa Department of Transportation and Sioux City Parks and Recreation offered an update today on the Big Sioux River Trail construction project, and they recently placed an urgent request for trail goers to obey the barricades for their safety. KTIV's Morgan Jones has more.
The permanent repairs we will have to design over the winter. We are looking at hopefully being able to open up maybe part of the trail next year.
Iowa DOT is performing an emergency project along I-29 and the multi-use path that was impacted by the historic flooding of the Big Sioux River.
It is a challenging work site. We have to access it from the shoulder of the interstate right now, and then it goes onto the trail for a ledge. And so we're trying to make that determination. So we're hoping to open it as soon as possible, but there are scour holes under the trail, and from the naked eye, you can't see it.
The bike trail is currently blocked off with barricades and no trespassing signs from Riverside Park to Chris Larson Park.
Because Iowa DOT has posted it as a DOT right-of-way and no trespassing, it's subject to a $10,000 fine and jail.
The project consists of stabilizing the riverbank using excavators, dump trucks, and large rocks until a permanent repair can be made. As of Tuesday, August 13th, a slope failure caused 100 feet of emergency repairs to end up in the Big Sioux River.
The slope is so unstable, and as the Big Sioux recedes, we have scour damage that we cannot always see with the naked eye. And we had dumped a load of rock. 30 seconds later, 2,500 ton of rock ended up in the Big Sioux River.
Felix says the estimated cost of the permanent reconstruction process is near $5 million. In Sioux City, Morgan Jones, KTIV News 4.
Now, if you're interested in the repair work, there are traffic cameras set up where you can find videos of the process. That's on 511ia.org.